guys, I just thought I'd do a little video to talk about sewing machines. I get a lot of questions about which one I'm using and where can I get it and things like that. So I just thought I'd do a quick rundown of all of them. I actually own 5 different machines. They all do different stuff. So this is my industrial plane sewer. I have an industrial overlocker, an industrial binding machine, and then I've got 2 domestic machines. I've got a Coverstitch machine and an embroidery machine. So I'm just going to do quick little videos and run through all the different ones and why I bought them, and maybe that'll help you decide whether you need one in your life. So this is my plane sewer. It's a Mitsubishi LS2 130. I actually just got it secondhand on Facebook. It does everything that I needed at the time. It does everything I need now. It's just simple, effective, good machine. If I was to go and buy another machine, if this one died today, the only difference that I would get is I would get a motor that doesn't constantly turn on. So I wouldn't get like the rotary motor that you can always hear in my videos. I would get one that turns on and off automatically. But other than that, this machine is awesome. It does your stitch length and it just plain sews. It doesn't do anything fancy. It's just plain stitching with reverse. But yeah, so all the feet that you get will help you sew different things. So I make a lot of my own clothes. So therefore I buy a lot of feet. Because they all do different things just to help sew easier. So basically I could make a dress without most of these feet, but this just makes it quicker and easier, and so I buy them. So on my machine, I've actually got a Teflon foot. So the bottom of it is coated in like Teflon tape, I guess it is, which makes it slide over the vinyl without pulling it and making it pin tucked. So if you're going to make bags, I highly recommend you get a Teflon foot. And I think I paid like $4 for this one on eBay. So yes. I'm going to change the camera view and I'll show you all the other feet. Okay, so these are all the feet for my plane sewer that I have. So I've just got like a standard toe. That's just the one that come with the machine. I don't really use it very often because I don't like that this side's wider. I would have preferred 2 that are 1/4 inch, but yeah, it comes with the machine, so I have it. This is a roll hem foot. So I make a lot of circle skirts. So this is really, really handy to finish off the edges. It's also really good if you make your own handkerchiefs. Yeah, I don't know what else you'd use it for, but that's what I use it for. I use it to finish circle skirts and circle dresses. These 2 are zipper feet. So this one, as you can see, you probably can't see. There we go. So it's really, really skinny. You basically only get one side of your foot and then the needle goes in there. So that's so you can get really, really close to zippers if you want to. And this one is for invisible zippers. So in all my dresses, I tend to put these. This will just make it much, much quicker to sew an invisible zip on. And the last 2 feet that I have, these ones are actually for bag making. This is what I got them. This one is a piping cord foot. So you can see it's actually got like a divot there, so that it will sit on the piping and then you can sew right next to it. These come in a bunch of different sizes. So you can get this hole to be bigger or smaller. This particular one is 1/8. So I do use that when doing piping on bags. And the other one is this foot. It's a roller foot. So if you bought this machine and you'd like to start making bags, this is really cool because it's got the rollers on the bottom, which will help you roll over thickness, as in bags and like if you did like lots of denim bags, anything thick and heavy, this will help roll over without pulling and stretching the fabrics. So they are the feet that I have for the machine. Let's go move on to the next machine. Okay, so this is my next machine. This is my Elizabeth TK335LB. I bought it for mainly sewing thicker bags and leather, but I also got it because it's got this really cool attachment here, which will basically sew this, fold it in half and sew it on the edge of whatever I'm making. So if I turn the machine on, it's also got a foot pedal to lift up this foot here. So my other machine had a knee lift, which is standard, but this one's got an actual foot pedal. So the reason I got this is I have horses, so eventually I'd like to start making rugs. So this will sew the edging onto a rug for me, if I so desired it. So the needles on this machine start at about size 18 and go up to a size 22. But as you can see, it sews that on perfectly on the edge. So that's like an added bonus of this machine, because I have seen a few bags where that's actually how they finish the inside. So now I have that option. The other cool thing about this machine is my husband actually made this like extender table, so it will come off. And so now I've got a cylinder arm machine. So anything tight, I can actually stick around here and then sew. So that's this machine. Okay, I won't spend a lot of time on these two machines, but this domestic one here is my Coverstitch, and the other one that we're sitting on, this is my Overlocker. So I only have these for clothes making reasons, and obviously cushions if you've watched my video, because I overlock the edge of the cushions, but they're not helpful to bags. But so the Coverstitch machine is to sew hems on stretchy fabric so that the hems will still stretch as well. And the Overlocker is just to finish off any raw seams in any of my clothes. So then we'll just go into the next machine. So lastly, this is my embroidery machine. It is a Brother Innova 6700D. I got this secondhand as well. In fact, I got all of my machines secondhand. So I have actually had two other embroidery machines before this one. I kept upgrading to get a bigger hoop size. So this hoop size will do 8 by 12 inches or 20 by 30 centimeters, which is almost the size of a piece of paper. I love this machine. It's what I use to embroider any bags that I do or any clothing. It's got a big screen over here. So this is like a big touch screen here, but it is only a single needle. So you can only put one color in this at any given time. So potentially, depending on what you want to be doing, this is a great option. This was still very, very expensive. This is the most expensive machine in the house. And I got it secondhand for about $3,500. But I saved up because I really, really wanted it, because I do a lot of embroidery. So yeah, basically you should just, before you buy a machine, it's not necessarily about brand or about, you know, they've got one, so I want one. You just need to think about what you want to sew, first off, to make sure that you're getting the right thing. So with handbags, you could actually get away with a much smaller embroidery machine than this. You'd only need a 5 by 7 hoop, which is what most other cheaper machines come with. Because the space that you have on a bag is usually only quite small, and then you've got to put your strap attachments and everything else on. So you could quite easily get a 5 by 7 machine and make beautiful handbags with it. I got the bigger size for clothing reasons, because I can do like cool shirts for my husband and stuff like that. So I hope that was somewhat helpful. Feel free to continue to ask questions and I will try to answer them. But yeah, basically work out if you want to make more clothes or just bags, and that will depend on which machine you get. If you're going to make more clothes, then you just get the plain sewer like me. But if you want a machine specifically for bags, my suggestion would be to get a walking foot machine. It doesn't have to be the cylinder arm. You can get one that's like my plain sewer, but with the compound walking foot. Yeah, so I guess I'll go start another video. See you later.